Alright, what's going on, guys? Today was a fairly big day for Call of Duty. We got the official reveal for Call of Duty 2019, aka Call of Duty Modern Warfare. Now, let's be honest, man, the name is a little bit confusing, right? Because we have Call of Duty 4, Modern Warfare, Call of Duty Modern Warfare Remastered, and now we have Call of Duty Modern Warfare. And I mean, based off the names alone, it seems that they have already remastered this game, even though it hasn't even come out yet. So if you aren't like a long-time huge Call of Duty fan, like more of a casual, I could imagine that it might be a little bit confusing to you. But, you know, moving past that, I do enjoy the Modern Warfare series. Modern Warfare 2 is definitely my favorite one, but I really enjoy COD 4 and Modern Warfare 3 as well, so that's good news. You know, I like that they are sticking with that theme, but honestly, I don't really care too much about the era. It can be old school, modern, or even like futuristic, as long as there's no jetpacks. But as far as the actual information that we have received so far, no actual gameplay, of course, so I'd say we have to hold off on our real opinions and critiques of the game until that point. But we did find out some pretty important stuff that I'd like to talk about. So number one, this one's probably the most important and will affect the game the most. They have finally designed a new engine for Call of Duty because they have been using the same old engine for over a decade now. It's extremely outdated. Obviously, every year they make adjustments to it and stuff, but the entire engine as a whole has needed an upgrade for a long time. Call of Duty is still one of the most popular games in the world, despite all of the hate that it gets, despite the last 5 years, you know, not really living up to the reputation that it used to have. It's still a very popular game. They can't be using an engine from 2005. You know, that just doesn't work. So I would think this is very positive news. This is a good thing. You know, a new engine built on all the technology we have nowadays compared to back then. Like, I would say it's almost safe to say this is going to be a huge improvement for Call of Duty, but at the same time, it is Call of Duty, and at this point, I don't trust them, and I don't know if it really is safe to say that, because by some miracle, this engine might somehow be worse, which would honestly leave me speechless. Like, it's just such a ridiculous thing to even think about, but that's kind of where I am with this company right now. So I am assuming right now that this is very good news. You know, we'll have to wait until the actual multiplayer reveal to find out, and you know, wait till actually like the pros go there and play it, see what they have to say, wait till the game comes out and see how it feels, you know, in your own hands. But it does leave me with a positive outlook towards the game that they have finally improved this engine. Now, moving on to number two, this game will not have a season pass. Now, listen, man, I don't know who the fuck is buying a Call of Duty season pass in 2019. You're insane. I'd almost rather buy anything else on this planet rather than a Call of Duty season pass. I think the last time I bought Call of Duty DLC was Black Ops 2. However, the good news about not having a season pass is instead they will be releasing maps for free. Now, this is a pretty generous move from them because it's basically the complete opposite of the type of behavior that they've shown us over the last couple years, but maybe they're making a change, you know, taking a step in the right direction. Free content is always a positive. You know, you can't be mad about something that you got for free. Even if the maps suck, it doesn't really matter, man. You know, you didn't buy them, so whatever. You know, this is for sure a step in the right direction. Now, my only concern about this was they are obviously giving up a lot of potential profits by not having a season pass. So in turn, I'm assuming they're going to try to make up that money in other ways. So my concern was basically, because there is no season pass, are they going to go even harder on the microtransactions? They have to make that money back somewhere. You know, I don't think they're just doing this out of the goodness of their hearts, right? You know, they're going to probably do something to counter that. So that's definitely something to keep in mind, you know, as we find out more details and as the game releases. We'll see what they have in store. Now, number three, I said the new engine was the most important thing, but honestly, this is right up there as well. This is extremely important. So this game will have crossplay enabled. So PS4, Xbox, and PC will all be able to play with and against each other. Now, this is great news, man. It's 2019. Honestly, this should be the new standard for video games. Everybody should be able to play with everybody else. Now, the way I understand that it works is, as far as PC is concerned, the only two ways that a console player can get matched with a PC player is if, number one, the PC player has a controller plugged in, then you could play against console players, or number two, if you're a console player and you're in a party with someone who's on PC, then you will also get matched up with PC players. So you're not going to just like turn on your PS4, load up a game, and then get thrown into a PC lobby, right? It's not going to work like that. You'll stay with Xbox and PS4. So that's a pretty good way to go about it, I think. They could also do some sort of like setting where if you enable it, it will match you up against PC players if you're interested in that. I don't know why you would do that, but crossplay is pretty awesome. It should help a lot with finding games faster and keeping lobbies more populated. Like when people leave, you know, now there's more people to join in. And I think it might even help a little bit with connection, because now they have a way bigger player pool to choose from, so they would be better able to find players close to you that you can connect to, instead of like there not really being that many available, so they gotta keep, you know, expanding the search further and further. Now that we have a whole other console involved, you know, there should be more players closer to you, so I would think it helps connection as well. So it definitely helps in a variety of ways. It's a pretty big step for Call of Duty, definitely a step in the right direction, and this should definitely be the standard going forward. Now, the two final things that I wanted to address are two like smaller announcements. You know, those were the main three things. These two are important, but not quite on that level. So, number one, weapon XP will transfer across all three modes. So, if you're ranking your gun up in campaign or co-op, that XP will transfer over to multiplayer. So, your gun will be ranked up all across the board. Now, I don't really play campaign or co-op, but for those people that do, this is pretty helpful, right? You don't want to feel like you're wasting your time, because I know a lot, like with zombies, you have to rank your guns up in zombies to get camos, and you have to do it in multiplayer to get camos, right? And that's very annoying. Nobody wants to do that, right? So the fact that it, you know, it transfers over and, you know, you just have to do it one time, that is definitely very helpful. So the second one, it seems that they have confirmed that there will be no specialists in Modern Warfare. They say that it will feature different operators, but these operators will not have their own special abilities. Now, the wording on this isn't perfect. We need to actually see gameplay to confirm exactly what they're saying, because technically, based off what they're saying right here, it seems like it still could maybe be like World War II, because World War II had like different divisions, but these divisions, you know, they had benefits, but they didn't have like a special ability, you know what I mean? Like in World War II, if you pick a certain division, you might have faster movement speed, right? But what you're not gonna have is a flamethrower or a war machine that you can use to kill people, right? Hopefully it's neither one. I would prefer more of a classic Call of Duty system. You know, a truly cosmetic system would be much better. And I wouldn't say this tweet makes it perfectly clear what they're gonna do, but at the very least, what this tweet does is it does confirm that nobody is gonna just be pulling out a flamethrower or gravity spikes or a war machine specialist in the middle of the map just because they chose a certain character. So that's very good news. But yeah, that's pretty much it as far as all the information we have. Now, I probably won't make another video talking about this until we get to the actual multiplayer reveal, because that is by far the most important one. So, you know, we'll probably see the multiplayer reveal in like a month or so, and then like a month or so after that, we'll probably get the beta, and then like a month or two after that, we'll get the real game. You know, that's kind of the timeline we should be expecting. But the multiplayer reveal, the beta, and the first day of release are the three key points coming up that I'll probably make videos about. But other than that, I might make some tweets here and there if we get a little bit of information and stuff. But right now, I'm just kind of sitting and being patient, waiting and see what we're going to get. So far, so good, I would say. But I think people are already starting to get a little too excited. You know, let's not fall into that trap again. We've been bamboozled plenty of times already. You know, let's just be patient, wait and see what we get before we start, you know, jumping to conclusions about how amazing this game is going to be. Because right now, we don't know very much information, man. We know a very small amount of information, but based off the small amount of information that we do know, it is looking good. So that's a positive. So yeah, that's pretty much it for the video. Thank you guys so much for watching. Be sure to like, rating if you enjoyed, subscribe. If you're not already, follow me on Twitter. Links in the description down below. Other than that, have a good day and peace out.
ever find the right words. And there's no way this is real life. There's no telling you're the right girl, so I can only say that it feels right.